Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Rebecca Smith, and I help young athletes build lasting confidence, overcome fear, and learn to trust themselves. And today I'm going to give you 3 hacks for a champion mindset. So, those of you who have athletes who are going into the postseason, I know there are quite a few of you. I'm talking to lots of you who are gearing up for those state meets in gymnastics. Worlds is coming up for figure skating. There are a lot of sort of end of season big competitions happening right now. So I wanted to give you 3 quick suggestions on how to unlock your inner champion so you can go out and kill it. So now let's get started. Number 1 is to know that you are ready. And it's one thing to put in the time and go to practice and do the skills and hit the routines and land those jumps and hit those programs and do it over and over and over. It's another to believe that you're truly ready. So one really quick way that you can just sort of like boost your confidence going into competition is to write down a list of reasons why you are prepared, reasons why you are capable of success. So you can grab a piece of paper and just jot down reasons why I'm ready, and it'll be like, I have done 1 million practice runs. I did great last week. 2 weeks ago, I did it under pressure. So just start to write down, I would say at least 10 reasons why you are prepared. So if you get in there and you're like, oh, I'm starting to doubt myself, am I ready? You can pull that little list out of your bag and go, oh yeah, that's right, I'm ready. Okay, so number 1, know that you're ready. And you know what? You're as ready as you're going to be. So you're ready, right? Like you've put in the work and now you can trust that you're ready. Okay, then number 2, so you know that you're ready. Number 2 is know your obstacles. So this one's a little like, I work with athletes who are getting ready for competition and I'm like, tell me, what are your obstacles? What could possibly get in the way of your success? And they're like, I don't want to think about the obstacles. I just want to think about, I'm just going to go out there and it's going to be good. And then I'm going to go home and it'll be great. Like, no, you got to know your obstacles. You have to know what could possibly pop up in your way and prevent you from being successful. So I'm going to have you write another list. And of course, you can always replay this video. I know I'm going through this really fast, but I want you to write another list of 3 to 4 things that either have gotten in your way in the past or could get in your way or have gotten in the way of others' success in competition. So you just write down, what are those big 3 or 4 obstacles? Now, I think of this like I use a lot of map analogies. I don't know why, but it just like it makes sense to me that you're sort of plotting along and you're going for your goal, and maybe your goal is to qualify for regionals or nationals. Maybe your goal is a certain score, and you have your little map and you're cruising along and you're like, "Okay, event number 1 down. Great. Keep going." But if like if you're driving in a real car and you hit a roadblock, like then what? What do? You give up, you go home, you're like, oops, oh well, can't do it. No, you get out your map and you find a different route and you go around it or you go over it or you go under it or you go a different way. So if you set out on your journey and you don't have your map, you don't know which way to go, and then you hit a roadblock of like, I'm sitting here on vault for 45 minutes because something's going on and the meet is delayed and now I'm really stressed and I feel cold and I don't know what to do. I want to avoid that situation. So if you know that a delay can create a lot of stress for you, then you come up with a solution. Okay. So for each of those 3 or 4 obstacles, maybe it's not getting enough sleep. Maybe it's getting distracted because your old coach is there. Maybe you think about what are those possible things that could pop up. For example, Michael Phelps, the swimmer, his were like, my goggles fill up with water, my suit rips. He had all this whole list of things that could go wrong. And then what did he do? Did he go, I hope my suit doesn't rip and I hope my goggles don't fill up? No, he had a plan. So he actually practiced with his goggles full of water. And so then in the Olympics, when his goggles filled up with water and he was essentially blinded and couldn't see, he already knew how to count strokes and he just kept at it and he won the gold. So you want to know your obstacles and you want to plan for them. So you write down your 3 to 4 obstacles, and then for each of those, you're going to write 3 potential solutions. Now you might be thinking, well, how many solutions are there for filled up goggles? I can tell you there are probably infinite solutions for filled up goggles. There are infinite solutions for not enough sleep. There are infinite solutions for there's a delay. But we're so conditioned as humans to think problem, problem, problem. We don't think about the solution. So this exercise is as much about finding a plan as it is conditioning you to get more creative. If something pops up, you want to be like, okay, let's find 3 solutions right away, so that then there's nothing that can really shake you. So let's say, for example, your obstacle is, if I don't get enough sleep, I won't do very well. Okay, come up with 3 solutions. Number 1, go to bed early. So we want to prevent the obstacle. So Michael Phelps with his goggles, he might prevent the obstacle by making sure that he has double, triple, quadruple checked his goggles. Okay, then you want to sort of help the situation if it does happen. So if you're laying there and you're like, I am not falling asleep and I'm stressed out, you might have a go-to guided visualization on sleep that you can listen to that allows you to relax and cozies you into your pre-competition sleep. Okay, and Michael would know, all right, if my goggles start to get funky, I am going to start counting strokes, or I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing. If they start to fill up, it's like in the moment, if it's happening, this is what I'll do. And then your third solution, I usually like to have one around recovering. So let's say you did not get a good night's sleep. It was a bad night's sleep. You are tired. You have an early session and daylight savings happened, and it's just like all the things are bad. Then you might remember all those times when you had an early Saturday practice and you were tired and you did fine. That's when you go back to that list of successes and you go, okay, yeah, no, I can do okay. Even if I don't get enough sleep, even though I've tried, I can still do all right. And Michael, he knew if he lost his goggles, he'd just count his strokes and he'd go for it. So I want you to have 3 solutions for each of those obstacles so that you can go in on competition day and go, bring it on, distracting teammates. Bring it on, old coach with a bad attitude. I'm going to talk to my friend, or I'm going to visualize, or I'm going to take a potty break if I can, just to avoid, or I'm going to talk to them, or I'm going to dance around, or I'm going to sing a song. I mean, you can literally do anything. And if you're like, yeah, I have 5 backup plans for if this happens, then you go in and you feel good. Okay, so those are the first 2. Knowing that you're ready, having proof, bring it with you if you need to. Know your obstacles, have a plan. And then number 3, this is the big one. This is the one that works the very best, is to trust yourself. Like, easy, right? Doesn't that sound so wonderful? This is about letting it happen. If you know that you have prepared, and you know that you can get through anything because you are creative and you have a plan and you can come up with more plans if you need them, then that last one is just to let go and trust yourself. And this means that you're letting go of expectations. You're taking the focus off trying to be perfect. You are not doing math in between events of how much am I going to have to get to this score, and you're just letting it happen and you're being present. So you're in your body. You're not up in your head thinking and trying and pushing and forcing. You're just in your body, letting it happen. That is the best possible strategy that I use with my world champion athletes, with my Olympians, with my NCAA athletes. That is the number one thing that they arrive at when they unlock their best performances. It's self-trust. So that is the final hack. And oh my gosh, if you learn this one in sport, you'll be unstoppable in life. And so I actually have a free training that we're doing this week that's all about unlocking your champion mindset. So if you're like, yes, Coach Rebecca, I want more, I want to be really, really ready, then check out the training. We have tons of different times that we're going to be doing this week. The link is completeperformancecoaching.com/register, and it's all about developing your champion mindset. And it gives you the full 5-step formula for unlocking your personal champion mindset. We talk about how to start trusting yourself. There's an exercise in there that is my very, very, very favorite trust exercise that will show you if you are trustworthy or not. If you're behaving in a way with yourself that will allow you to trust you. Just check it out. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. So again, it's completeperformancecoaching.com/register. Would love, love, love to have you there this week. And then I will see you again soon. Good luck with your meets this weekend, this month. Keep me posted. I would love to see your videos and your successes. And if any of this helped you, please feel free to forward it to a friend, post it to your wall. I want everybody to go out in competition and feel great. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.